Was staying on the visit of the presidential candidate of the APC to the former President Goodluck Jonathan in his residence in Abuja, and just to look at how all of these alignments and what they mean for the 2023 elections. To join us and have this conversation, we have public affairs analyst Dr. Jide Johnson. Good to have you join us.
It's a pleasure to be with you, and good day to our viewers all over the world.
We've seen
the various times.
We've seen several meetings between former heads of states and presidents and candidates, presidential candidates mostly. The recent one, just before this one by Asiwaju Tinubu to former President Goodluck Jonathan, we saw the former President Obasanjo as well meeting with Peter Obi of Labour Party, and then he also met with the APC presidential candidate. I just want to get your thoughts on what all of this means as we prepare for the 2023 elections.
Well, it's part of the ongoing consultation process. Don't forget that if you operate at the national stage, you must relate with critical stakeholders at that level. And Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was once the president of the Federal Republic. Olusegun Obasanjo was once the president of the Federal Republic. These are members of the Council of States. And so what we saw with the visit of Asiwaju to Abeokuta to see Olusegun Obasanjo, the one to Abuja to see Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, is just the beginning of the process, consultation, wider consultation, sharing views, and building network in order to secure the mandate of the Nigerian people in 2023. So it's nothing new. It is what is expected, and it is what is required for whoever wants to become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You will recall, before the primaries, Asiwaju went almost throughout the length and breadth of this nation. Apart from going to see the critical stakeholders within his party, he also went and visited traditional rulers. And some of us were saying, oh, wow, Asiwaju adopted the posture of someone that has already secured the candidate and not someone that is running for his party primary. So this type of consultation, it is what is required if you want to really win the election. And don't also forget that Asiwaju was also instrumental to Jonathan's election in 2011. So,
but he campaigned against him in 2015 because he was supporting at that time the now President Buhari. But let's talk about that because that's where
politics, there are no permanent enemies.
Just a minute, and that's where I'm going to. Just a minute, Dr. Johnson. We've seen in 2015, I think it was, when the former President Obasanjo said he's not going to support Atiku and did not. He supported Buhari. In 2019, he then supported Atiku, who did not win that election. So I just want to ask, what sort of influence these former leaders have over, do they have that large base of supporters to be able to wield some level of influence in the election, or this is just for the optics of it?
Don't forget, one, politics is a game of perception, and perception is stronger than reality. It's about you managing the perception of the local community and international community. You might be thinking it's just for the optics. Don't forget that you also have critical stakeholders outside the shores of Nigeria. It's also good in terms of fundraising, in terms of security. You can't win an election without having enough war chest. So when people are saying it's just for the optics, they don't understand the dynamics of what politics is all about. Beyond the optics, it's about fundraising, it's about winning over critical stakeholders, it's about leveraging on whatever support you want to get locally and internationally. There's no doubt that there is an international dimension to every election. So, because the question you ask is, why should I go and visit Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, for example, who has not openly identified with APC, or why should he go and visit Olusegun Obasanjo, who had been a major critic of the APC since 2019? So, but if you understand the dynamics of politics, you understand that these are essential visits. These are essential visits in winning election in securing funding and in securing support, local and global support in winning presidential election. You know that even as we are in Nigeria, a lot of us were interested in what happened in Kenya. We follow the Kenya general election. Even Kenya is not in West Africa. Kenya is in East Africa. It's the same thing with Nigeria. It's not Nigeria. It's not Nigerians alone that are interested in who becomes the president of Nigeria in 2023.
Absolutely.
Africa is looking at.
Because there is also some level of there is bilateral relations between Nigeria and most of these countries. The governments, they are quite interested on who becomes the president of Nigeria. That's something that we all know. But I'm afraid we do have to leave it here. I really want to take this conversation further, but I'm told my time is up. Thank you so much for talking to us.
I'm available anytime. Thank you very much for having me.
Dr. Jide Johnson.